Hold on. Alright. Now's not the time, Trevor. Alright, now, before I go on any further, I just want to say, well, for one thing, we are gonna continue the stuff we've been doing, but I want to make a special mention, and furthermore, a memorial message. You're probably thinking, Rex, you don't do this often. What's going on? Well, here's the thing.
No, Angel.
For those who are fans of the Angry Grandpa Show or Kid Behind a Camera on YouTube, you may have already heard what's going on, but if you don't know who they are, they're a very popular YouTube channel, or pair of channels rather, and, well, the Angry Grandpa Show is so named because of the titular character, the Angry Grandpa. And you're probably thinking, well, why is there a memorial then? Well, unfortunately, as of today, Angry Grandpa passed away due to late-stage cirrhosis. And the thing is, Angry Grandpa knew about this, but he decided to hide it.
I'm meditating.
And for a while, people thought that he was starting to get better and better and better, you know.
Big Daddy in the house!
But, unfortunately, as of a few hours ago, one of the other titular characters, who calls himself Pickle Boy, but his real name is Michael Green, he had to unfortunately break the news to all of the fans of the channel that Angry Grandpa had passed away. So I just want to share my thoughts and my experience, as well as my overall opinions on what their content is like. For starters, if you're aware of who McJuggernuggets is, or if you're a big fan of his, then the content that Kid Behind a Camera provides on their other channel, or rather provided on their YouTube channel, The Angry Grandpa Show. The main character on that channel, which is of course Angry Grandpa, or rather, he's not a character, because Pickle Boy has stated that the stuff that they show off is in fact real. So, you hearing about Angry Grandpa's passing, that is not faked, that is not staged, that is not anything like that. This actually happened just today. But, what do I think of this channel? Well, you'll be surprised to hear that I actually quite love this channel, or, again, both channels. I've always enjoyed their work. Sure, I haven't watched their videos as of late, especially on my gaming channel, of course. Recently I just subbed to them, but I'm here to say this. I love their channel through and through, and I love Kid Behind a Camera through and through, and I still do to this day. However, I had noticed in the past, like more recently, that some of the videos are sort of goofy and lacking what most people were looking for, which is obviously Angry Grandpa. And this is why. Because Michael somehow knew that his father wouldn't be alive for very much longer, so he wanted to distract the fans with, you know, content like Angry Clowns and all that stuff. It's because of the fact that he didn't want to have to break it to his fans that his father was unfortunately on the way to the deathbed, and unfortunately was meeting his final days. And what do I think of this channel? Well, here's my opinion. they've been doing content like that for at least 10 years. At least 10 years. And the thing is, if you watch their stuff, you might have already seen their video from a few hours ago, which is just simply called Rip Angry Grandpa. They didn't always have a fancy house, and neither did Angry Grandpa. In fact, they used to live in a trailer park. And people have actually made references to this either through jokes or oftentimes, insults. And sure, I am willing to say this, I have provided some mixed reception to most of the videos nowadays, but that's only because of the fact that I've noticed that their content was lacking, but that was because of the fact that I never realized that this was why. And so, in my honest opinion, this is quite possibly one of the greatest pairs of channels I've ever seen, like, in my entire life. This even surpasses, McJuggernuggets. I'm not saying that McJuggernuggets is terrible nowadays. He's still a great YouTuber. It's just, I've just felt like this channel, or again, this pair of channels, I'm very sorry. I just feel like they pull this off a lot better because, for one thing, it really is family run. There's Michael, otherwise known as Pickle Boy. There's Bridget, who is his girlfriend. And of course, we had Angry Grandpa. But unfortunately, as of today, Angry Grandpa passed away, so yeah, I just wanted to dedicate this short 7 minutes to what I think of them and this memoriam of them, or him, sorry, not them. And I am going to say this. I hope that Michael Green, otherwise known as Pickle Boy, continues to make great content even without the help of his father, and that they continue to be successful. But with all that being said, how about we finally get to the game and do some more work in preparation for the Doomsday Heist. You have Star Fox 64, but it's canceled. Well, hey, Carl, question. Do you know about Kid Behind the Camera? Like, that YouTuber who has the, Angry Grandfather? Or had. Can't get used to that, I'm sorry. No, not my grandfather, but, that's who I'm talking about. That's who I'm talking about when I mean Angry Grandpa. But, yeah, you'll notice that my clothing is a little different. That's because this morning I started playing and, started racking in money. Actually, hold on. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, like, whenever I saw that unfortunate news pop up on Facebook, I thought about it and I thought, why not make a memoriam to him, honor him by speaking my mind and saying, this is someone who I've watched for quite a while, although, again, I will say that I haven't seen much of their latest content, but that's just because I've been busy and all that stuff. It's understandable. But, I am willing to say this. Angry Grandpa was probably one of the greatest YouTube icons I've ever seen. Even better than Psycho Kid, even better than Steven the Freakout Kid, if anyone's known them, Waffle Pone. And yeah, even better than Smosh in my opinion. But to hear his unfortunate passing, yeah. And the fact that he had kept it hidden away from other YouTubers.
Hey, you know, I can't
don't
say
know.
too much because
I'm
they're
really not
listening.
sure.
But
I'm
there's
pretty
more
sure
to
that
those
Hoodie was
hangers on
still
Maze
going
Bank
to run that
foreclosures
channel.
than you might realize.
Because he said that he's not wanting to remove that channel, so I just hope that without Angry Grandpa
Alright,
that
we might
they
be
can
ready
still
to
be
move on this
successful.
thing. If you want to work, you'll get a knock on your door any minute.
Actually, if you look in my description, Carl, that's really not funny to joke about someone's age. In fact, he died of late stage cirrhosis. So I was just trying to remember that. That's why I said that slowly. But with all this being said, how about we get to doing more biker jobs? So, yeah. Cirrhosis, actually, I was gonna look that up whenever I was looking up how to spell it, but I never actually did look it up. Hold on. Let me pause this real quick. Alright. Cirrhosis. Cirrhosis of the liver. It's like a diseased liver, and there's pain in the leg too. So that's basically how he ended up passing away. Alright, let's get things set up. I'm pretty sure they already heard Carl. And again, you know, I said this earlier, and this before he popped up. I have recently given some criticism, some minor, some sort of harsh, to Michael, but that's only because of the fact that I felt that his content was lacking, because all it was just pranks and all that stuff. But that was because of the fact that at the time I didn't know why he was doing it. After seeing that video about Angry Grandpa passing away, it all made sense. He didn't want to have to tell his fans what's really going on, or what he thinks is going on. And he didn't want to have Angry Grandpa let anyone know about it, because I'm guessing he felt that it would be too much of a burden to tell people, but yeah. But yeah, I have delivered criticism towards him in the past, but that was just because of the fact that I didn't really know the reason why some of their content may have been off-putting, you know, like all the pranks and stuff, but it all makes sense now. I'm trying to think heavy thoughts and, you know, not think about the sad stuff. But, yeah. Oh, and also Rockstar released some more information about vehicles coming out, like the Deluxo. They just said it's called the Deluxo. Of course, we know it's an Impante, because if we look closely on like a screenshot of it, you'll see that there's the Impante name. There's the Volatile. You haven't instant. Man, I wish I had one of those. Star Fox. Oh, he hasn't? Sorry if I was looking away for a little while. It's because I heard, like, fire truck sirens in the background. I wasn't sure what was going on. Of course, I didn't see anything when I looked out my window, and that's partially because my blinds were up. And it's because it's dark as hell outside, so what are you gonna do? With all this biker work that I'm doing, pretty sure I should be reaching 1 mil soon. And yes, I'll be working well past that because I just feel it's like a good idea. Just saying. I'll try to work. I'll try to work well past that. You know what I mean.
If it ain't the president.
Hello. Alright, let's see what work we can do.
Kick ass out there.
Oh, and by the way, 15 days till Christmas. Woo. Yeah, 14 days till Christmas Eve. Yeah, I know some people may be thinking, why are you excited about Christmas Eve? It's because of the fact that I usually spend time with my papa around that time, on Christmas Eve. I've done it like many years in the past since I was real little. It's just something that I always look forward to because it's basically like 2 Christmases in one. Yeah, so... Oh, and also next weekend I'll be going to my grandmother's, so yeah, you all know the drill. And hopefully there won't be like that weird thing with that one stream I did. That dang time I'll be going to
Hey,
my house too.
I'll say it again. You should check out that laptop in the clubhouse. You can run businesses on there, start grow houses, cut cocaine, manufacture currency, whatever. For real, it's worth your time.
You're on a live stream about 8. Oh, it's Taco too. Oh. Yes, I did shave, or at least I tried my best, but I did pretty good, I think. Oh, let's let this wig of a
Who'd have thought
haircut.
I'd get to meet a president?
Hey, that's still the same thing. I think what I'll do is I'll just leave online and then I'll go back. So, yeah. You know, I'm really hoping that this year for Christmas, just like I did last year, that I'll get to spend time with my dad, because my uncle really wants to hang out with me. I know that. Like, he wants me to hang out with him and maybe play some video games, maybe do some streaming like I did on Strapathons 1 and 2. Of course, my brother won't be there this time, but eh. Hopefully the Millennium Edition update will be up. I don't know, I'll just have to see when Strafe gets to release it, you know? And of course... Alright. Also, that name, financial advancements, I'm sorry. That has two meanings. For one thing, financial, you know, we're getting money, or at least we're trying to. And advancements, obviously, well, stuff. I don't know.
What's going on, my dude? Hello?
You're through to your garage. You, need me to bring you a ride? I'll get there as soon as I can.
Hey, what's going on, brother? Fucking maricón.
Hold on, I'm gonna get some to drink. Hey, my back feels better.
Yeah,
I'm
what's
gonna
cracking?
go on. Message. That's my friend Chris. Where'd my car go?
Ooh, nice ride. You doing it big, homie.
Let's not pussyfoot around. I know who you are. I know what you're into. We've put up a property on Maze Bank foreclosures, and you're just the kind of tenant we want taking it. You'll be starting an underground operation in more ways than one. Log on, click buy, and we're in business.
I just sworn I called from my car.
What you need, boss? Some wheels? I can bring them round. Okay, I got stuff to do.
Alright. Let's go on a rat bike. Just because. Did I just break the tail light just by running my leg into it? Guess they don't know much about Angry Grandpa. But, like, you saw that, right? Did you guys see the little break? Like, I just ran into the bike's back, and all I did was just run up to it. All of a sudden the tail light just broke. No, I don't get it. Also, yes, that little pause there was like, ugh. Like, basically, it feels like something in my throat just stops me, like, some kind of, like, little thing, so that's why I cough. I don't know. Slime Powerade. That sounds cool. It's like Nickelodeon. Right now I have, like, red Powerade. I had blue and orange, or no, not orange, but blue and purple, not pink. Almost said pink, but I just have like 2 reds. One of them I'm going with this again. Sounds like someone shouting out there. Or just my kid's playing. That's why I don't play Roblox anymore, it's because stuff like that. Just, you know. Prism. What, did you drop the soap?
I seen you ain't been on that laptop in the clubhouse yet. The one on the anonymity network? You know, I mean, hey, whatever. We all grown folks. But you are missing the trick is all. There's a whole world that opens up when the feds ain't peeping, you hear? On you. Peace out.
You. Skype and never use it. Well, I have Skype on my laptop. It came standard. I just had to log into it. Of course, it is now, so.
Look here, the president of the motorcycle club.
Is this something I can do by my... Yep. Hopefully this isn't that... I'm guessing it's probably going to be... Alright, let's see.
Till next time.
Alright. Alright. I'm gonna call up my car and then head towards the thing. Police station?
Okay, you gonna help someone? They being questioned at the station down at Mission Row. That questioning can't go on much longer if you get what I mean. Get in there, get them out, you all get paid.
Alright. Vehicles, request personal vehicle. There you are. GTA 5 on Xbox One, down 40, 200k in the sewer. That's pretty cool. Was it just GTA 5 or was it online? Because technically, well actually these are separate games. Like, of course I take the wrong frickin' turn. That's what I get for being distracted, folks. Oh, okay. So it's like swearing there. But, I think I mentioned this many times before, but Rockstar treats GTA Online like its own separate game because it actually is. It just runs on the same engine, the same hardware and everything as GTA 5. And the only difference is it's bundled. That's kind of the difference. But the weird thing is, not many games really do this, unless it's like a special edition or something, or like the upcoming Bayonetta's 1 and 2 on Switch. Those are dope. Anyways, what I was getting at is, this game is actually bundled with any copy of GTA 5. Like, you don't need to have a download code, it's on disc or on digital copy. And that obviously means that, yes, we will always have this game with us. And what's interesting is, you may not think about it, I don't know. My brain's just going like, okay, let's talk about something else. Okay, another thing. People have made an argument saying, and somehow my voice is like wavering like, I was gonna say, some people have made an argument saying, oh, the updates in this game aren't DLC. It is, because it is downloadable content, and it's downloaded, and it's content. So yes, it is DLC, but the only difference is you don't have to pay for each DLC because it's an update. So therefore, it's free DLC. And yes, people still complain about all the DLC even though it's like free, so yeah. Boo! Alright. Hey guys, guess what? See, someone's being a smartass.
I'm reloading! You dead!
Oh, I thought I had to shoot him. Yeah. Alright.
Cock knocker. There we go.
Alright, bud. Hang tight. What the? I walked away from the explosion. I should. Whatever. Hold on. Back to Shoddy. Oh, right, because some explosions are bigger than others. That's something we should all know. Alright. There we go.
Gracias.
Come on, buddy. Alright. You think you can fight? Let's do this.
Oh shit!
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Dick. Take cover!
Double kill. Haha. Alright. Alright, come on. Come on. You haven't any seconds to lose.
Weak-minded asshole! What the?
Hop on in. And now, let's soar. Oh, whoa, this thing has 3 blades. I've never actually seen that in this game. I've only seen, like, helicopters with, like, maybe 2 or 4 or 5 blades. Maybe even more with, like, the skylift, but I've never actually seen, like, a 3-bladed helicopter. There's a 6-year-old who bought $4,000 worth of toys. Whoa. Oh, I forgot I had Facebook open on a separate tab. Alright. Get behind the camera and did nothing. What do you mean? This is a Maverick? Doesn't look much like one. Maybe it's like an older one. There's a raffle going on in Florida. First place for the Power Wheels. Oh, I thought it was like over that thing. There it is. Way over yonder. Same place for the Hot Wheels track. Oh yeah, something to mention, speaking of like toys and stuff. Today in Walmart and later on Target, whenever I went walking, I actually noticed that they had new Beyblades over at Walmart and then Target. They were both the same things, but it's pretty cool. It was they had two Excalius Beyblades. They had oh yeah, I think you told me last time. Now to transfer that. Is my helicopter like ripping? Yep. Hey, stop nibbling on that tree.
I'm gonna chalk that one down as a win. That's good work for your club.
No. But they had Zootron, which is a Beyblade that in Japan is called Zeus or Zillion Zeus. By the way, it's not owned by a bad guy. What's interesting about Beyblade Burst anime is that it's actually more realistic in a sense. Like, it's not any kind of like convoluted story like, oh, there's an evil organization or anything. But they had Zootron, which again is based on Zeus. They had two Beyblades called Xeno Excalius, or in America it's called Excalius X2, which is based on Excalibur, or in this case Xeno Excalibur. It looks really cool. There's Ifritor, which is based on, I think it's just called Ifrit in Japan or something. And there was one called Quetzalcoatl. Is a defense type. It's like Quad Quetzalcoatl or something, or Quetzalcoatl Q2 or something. There we go. I think I'll keep this bad boy outside in case I need it. But still, like, this thing doesn't even look much like a Maverick. Like, usually the Maverick doesn't have that there. Like, it just has like regular paneling. Oh well, can't complain. Alright, let's see what the doctor wants me to do next. Hopefully I can do at least one solo mission. Alright.
Hi there, President.
Hello, I am your president. I am not Donald Trump, but I'm certainly a president of something. I can definitely do this. I can do this too, but it's recommended to go with like 2 or more people. Oh, okay. I think I'll do torch though. So, torch. Because let's burn shit. Pardon my language, but yes. Let us burn things. After all, it's always fun to be an arsonist. Except in real life, where it's punishable by law.
Okay, we playing with fire today. Client needs you to stage a little industrial accident at a rival warehouse. That's what they paying for, so set it off.
Alright. It's all the way over there? Really? Hold on. You're telling me that I have to go to Harmony way over... That's within walking distance, even for me. And I don't even live in where this game is set in real life. I could definitely go over there and kick some butt. Speaking of which... Note to self, watch out for vehicles. Ah, boy. I spit on myself, too. I didn't know this game had dust storms, but I guess now I do. Alright, time to pull out the machine gun. And I didn't even have to use a... proof that you can use Molotovs while... There we go. Drilled your foot. Alright, alright. Man. Like, you know, it still amazes me just how much money I get paid just for doing this stuff even by myself. Like, that's crazy. Oh, there's one way over here. All I can say is, you're fired. Two left. Let's see if we can do this. Well, I mean, of course I can. I'm a one-man army who stands up for nothing. It made zero freaking sense. Oh, what the? I flew into a trailer. Note to self, do that more often. Land in trailers. That was hilarious. Alright, I think the last thing is over here. I see you there. Hey, guess what? Yep, 34,000. Not bad. Not bad at all. Why am I trying to sound like Joel from Vine Sauce? You know, that Swedish dude? I don't know why, but I love his content. Maybe it's because
Okay, I don't care how, but you did it, Joe. The funds are on the way.
Please remember to say please and thank you. Why? Because mind your beans. I don't know. Still, I thought I would have to go all the way to some random location on the map, and it turns out it has to be right over there. Okay then. I guess that settles how good I am at this game. Oh, the helicopter's still there. Weird thing is, it's not smoking. Alright, no, I'm not doing anything weird. I'm just scratching an itch. No, really,
get to
See?
meet a
I'm
president.
not doing the N word. I'm scratching my arm, or my leg, or something. Alright. Yeah, I think I'll do correct. Because I guess you could say that cracked me up. I mean, in some sort of way. Oh, now I see why that says contract earnings. Because it's related to how much money I've earned through doing this stuff. Huh. I guess I'll fly around in the helicopter. And even if I crash it, I'll probably just steal another one by the airfield. Yay, back. Yay. Yeah. Hey, look at that. I got a little friend. Helicopter. Wait, can I still burn? Throw it. Oh. I didn't even know those had fuel in them. It's cool. Yeah, technically I get to keep this helicopter. Help me technically, I can. Plus, even if I do lose this helicopter, there's still aircraft over there at the airfield picking in. Hopefully it's good aircraft. Even if it's an annihilator, I won't care. Another member. Okay. Yes, I know there's another airfield over here. Oh, of course, now the game gives me a freaking cargo, Bob. Thanks for the cargo, Bob. There you go, buddy. It took me 3 days to get that potato. 3 days. Oh, speaking of potatoes and stuff, I was at Walmart today. And no, this isn't the same thing as the Beyblade. While I was there, on the intercom, they said that there was someone giving a presentation in this area between produce and I think it was bakery or something. And so I went to check it out, and it was someone giving a presentation on this slicer thing. And what's really cool about the slicer is that it has a special kind of stainless steel. You're a real dick to potatoes. So I was gonna say, it was this thing that had a stainless steel blade that's also made to never be dull. And what's really cool is the guy demonstrated how effective it is on. For one thing, he did it on an apple, which is really, really cool, because what he did was he got an apple, duh, And he showed that this thing that you used to cut stuff with, like, it's this thing that you put it on in order to cut. Like, basically, there's, this thing that you hold, and you put it in, like, you put whatever you're gonna cut or something in it, because it has these little needles in it. And, what it does is it holds on to it, to the thing that you're wanting to cut. And by using that blade, the guy was actually able to cut the apple into, like, these really thin, almost like potato chip slices. He said, "Why is there no more popcorn?" Yeah, smash. What an idiot. And, like, it was really cool, and he also showed that as you do that with an apple, it also de-seeds it. And he also demonstrated that on an onion, which didn't peel itself. He kicked a dodgeball into the roof. I'm guessing it got kicked out. There was a potato, which what's really cool is he switched the blade mode to this Julianette blade or something. The roof and the ball got stuck. Got it, man. Heck? How are they going to get it down? I have no idea. All I know is, a helicopter just ran away and it just died. I heard a bird. Oh right, I was gonna do another mission. Because of course I was. Because what would I do without missions? But, like, I think the little blades are called, oh, whoa. But, I think they're called Julianette blades or something. Oh, wow. And, what he did was he switched it to where they were, like, blades that had, like, kind of big gas, but still kind of small. And he showed that with the, main blade and with those Julianette blades, or I don't remember exactly what he said, but with that kind of Julianette blade mode, what it would do with the potato is it would quickly make it into like French fries. So if you wanted to make French fries easily, you could do that without the hassle of trying to cut in certain ways and ways and ways and ways. And he also showed that with the onion I mentioned earlier, by making it to where the Julianette blades were like closer together and there were more of them, and so it's like all diced up and stuff. It's really, really cool.
The president of the motor.
And the final thing he showed this off with was no, not potato, but a tomato. And basically what he did was he showed off that if you're doing like a summer barbecue or something, if you use that, I think it's called the Pro Slicer or something. Oh, so the stray cat survived, that's good.
Okay, we taking these ends? A stick-up crew holding them over on Elysian Island. Hit them hard. Crack the safe. Get the cash back to the drop, and then the client pays you your
Shut up.
cut.
This is nice, dude. But, I think it's called the Pro Slicer is what this guy called it, or what it was called. Yeah, I understand. But, he showed off that if you're having like a summer barbecue or something and you're trying to cut tomatoes to where it's not messy, you can just use the Pro Slicer and it'll be perfectly fine and all the seeds are in order and everything. It was really cool, even though I don't do that kind of stuff, but it's still amazing. Like, all throughout the thing, I had this really shocked expression on my face, like, dude, this is amazing. This husky puppy that's gray and white showed up. So now I have 2 huskies. Aw. I'm guessing you haven't named the all-white one yet. But, that's cool, you got 2 huskies. Because of course. The names are Snow and Blizzard. Whoa, those are really cool names, especially since winter's coming up fairly soon. In fact, I think it's like the 20... Hold on, let me look that up. I'm gonna see what day, Gray and white one is Blizzard. And I'm guessing the other one is Snow because of their all white fur. Winter is December 21st, so that's actually not this coming Thursday, but next week on Thursday. Snow is pregnant. I guess you could say I guess you could say Snow's gonna have some little snowflakes or snowballs or something. I don't know. 5 more months until she has puppies. They're little snowflakes. That's actually kind of cute, even though some people call like really easily triggered and really upset people. Yeah, probably. But some people call like really easily offended people snowflakes because they like get all in a huff. Like if something goes their if something doesn't go their way or something, and I'm like, really? Really now? Hopefully I can do this shit without dying. Pardon my language. Also, caves. When did the elephants get kicked out of Walmart? I don't know, why? Junk in the trunk? Because they was too loud. Makes sense. Because they're like, ah. I just now heard myself on my laptop. I'm like, ah. Sounded weird. I'm like a bird. Why did Star Fox do a barrel roll? Because Peppy told him to, and if he didn't, then he'd be mad. Because he was told to do it. I am a wrecking ball car. What am I trying to say? I dare you to Google no marijuana. I think I'll do that after this, because it's quick. Oh, shit, I just now realized. Since there's only one person, I need to, like, go back here and do this again. Why couldn't it have been in Stab City? I'll try to remember to do this. Thanks a lot, Kate. Let's see. We got one dude with a high-powered machine gun versus multiple idiots.
Surrender!
Can't tell me to surrender.
Someone's down!
'Cause I got.
Fuck you! Husband's down! Husband's been shot!
Your hideout where the tower got knocked over. Ah! Some of this cell phone tower next to it. I'm guessing that cell phone tower was old, so it probably didn't affect anything. Alright, back to MG. Oh. Yay, you can make like a small fort. What are you doing up there?
We need assistance! Retreat! Just me!
Hope you enjoy your new asshole. Ow.
Shut my leg!
Oh, he's over there. Alright, buddy, where are you hiding?
You piece of shit! Take cover!
You guys just sitting there, not even doing anything.
Fucking hell! Take a look!
Alright. Oh, whoa! That's kind of cool. It actually detects how many people are in the thing, and if it's just one, then there's only one bag.
You scumbag!
The water tower is brown, and it has brown water in it, and it hasn't been used since 1975. It was built in 1976. Only used for 2 months. Only because they didn't see any utility out of it after a while. Alright.
You did!
And that's where you don't screw with the wrong guy. It's even unplugged. Next to it, the water tower that's so old it is falling by itself. Uh-oh. I want to be careful around there. That one was built in 1949 and hasn't been used since 1968. So it's seen some use, meanwhile the other one saw barely any use. And that's why armored Kurumas are the best thing ever since jelly on toast. No, really, it has. It's, I don't know. Apparently, they took down the main water tower that was built in 1944. Ruined! Double ruined. It's still used until now. They built a new one. Oh my god, I just lifted a Hummer. Or Patriot.
You're awful!
What do you mean I'm awful? You're awful. Life is awful. The new water tower has Starbucks on it, don't ask why. I'm willing to bet that it has to do with the cat. Yeah, I guess people like him. Oh my god, I just made that woman go, ew. And I still have headlights. Still have them. I guess we're not. Oh. Oh, Jackie sent a text saying, over water tower, people build a tower with Starbucks and you want it so you can help sick animals. That's cool. $16. Okay. That's a place.
Cool. The client's more than happy with you assholes. You all gonna get that beer money.
Thanks. Alright, let's head on over to the thing. Yeah, that does sound like a good idea. I didn't even have a 7-Eleven near me. Now, back when I lived in Hearst, back when I was really little, I used to live in this apartment that was, like, above our garage. And what was really cool is, I lived there with my mom. Duh. I wouldn't live there by myself, because I wouldn't have the responsibility to. But, what was really cool is back then, okay, so nowadays, if you were to see this place, it would just be a CarMax. But, my house gets Target. I passed that. Oh. But, where that CarMax is, there used to be a 7-Eleven right where it was, like, it was the exact same building. But due to failing business at some point, they had to sell off the building, and so it was repurposed into a CarMax car buying place. I don't remember what exactly it was since I moved and I've been away from my old city for so long. But even after they closed down, there was actually another 7-Eleven that I went to one day whenever I was trying to see if there was a Walmart neighborhood marketplace somewhere. But yeah, there's also a
If it
Tom
ain't
Thumb
the
in the city.
president.
Dude, there was actually a Tom Thumb that was literally not even a mile from my house. I'm not even joking. Never been on that side of the city yet. Oh.
Good luck out there.
Alright, I think I'm gonna hop off and then get back on. Ow. Michael. There's a neighborhood Walmart right across from my house, and next to a gun shop, and next to that a candy shop. Kind of weird to have a gun shop next to a candy shop. What's it called? Sweet Ammo? I just knew I was gonna say something like that. Like, it just sounds so unorthodox just to have like a candy store next to a gun shop. Like, if they have a gun range in the back where you could like test out weapons, imagine that. It's like, and kids are like, "Mom, what's that sound?" Like, I know that's kind of scary to think about, having like a, or, I don't know. Oh my god, I just heard my voice on my laptop and it sounded just like a kid. I'm gonna get a drink real quick, because, you know, I'm kind of thirsty. It's called Gun Selling By. Oh. Gun Sell. Oh. There's the candy shop, pawn shop. I've sold a few things there. So wait, at pawn shops, they just buy something from you? Huh. Kinda makes me wish there was a pawn shop near me. Actually, hold on. Hold that thought. I'm gonna see if there actually is. Hold on. The shop's near me. Alright, drink the milk. What the? Hold on. What? Yeah, apparently there's no pawn shops near me. I mean, there's pawn shops in my city, but there aren't any near me. Or at least any that I can walk to, because the furthest I can walk now is like a little over a mile. Like, I don't know, it's over a mile, okay? Alright, let me just, we're gonna go on my stream. Somehow I've seen, yes, I throw that away. And anyways, this 4 years old, I didn't even know I had it. I don't even drink skim milk. I'm not saying I don't like it, it's just I haven't had an opportunity to really drink it all that much. I know for a fact that in high school I mainly drink chocolate milk. What? It's a favorite. Alright, let me just get into my MC. Because I may not be MC Clip, but I can start an MC Club. I would not actually spit in my room at all. So, you didn't swallow any, did it? Or did you? Yes. Speaking of milk from school, do not remember, but I remember one time when I, I'll tell you when you get back.
Let's not pussyfoot around. I know who you are. I know what you're into. We've put up a property on Maze Bank foreclosures, and you're just the kind of tenant we want taking it. You'll be starting an underground operation in more ways than one. Log on, click buy, and we're in business.
I was gonna say, I think this was in middle school, actually. Okay, this is actually a little funny. But what had happened was, I got the strawberry milk from lunch. And since I didn't drink it, I decided to put it in my backpack. And I have no idea why, but I forgot about it. So a few weeks later, I smelled something real bad in my bag. Turns out it's the same milk I saved in my bag. So I threw it away and I was like, oh god, it smells. So I tried my best to clean it out. Needless to say, it was a quite unpleasant experience. Only hit the corner of your car, you asshole. Ripped in like that, boss. Why did you think the room was sideways? I want to try it out. Like, I've only drank it like once or twice. Well, yeah, it's like this strawberry flavored milk. Actually, no, I've had it on my birthday once in high school, or once or twice. It's pretty good, but not as good as chocolate milk. Not saying it's bad, it's just not as good. It's still great, it's just not as great as, you know what I mean. You know, I hope my 21st birthday is something cool. You drink chocolate. Oh, come on, I was slowing down and I hit you with my back side of my car and I still kill someone. There's logic. That time, that was a kill, because blunt force for heavily armored vehicle equals lethal impact. Because I guess you could say it was impactful. Oh, I'm so funny. One time in 6th grade, I saved an apple juice in my bag, and 1 year later I drank it during a soccer game and I threw up. Yeah, that's gross. I got sent home that day. Oh, another middle school experience. I have no idea why I did this. I guess it's just because of the fact that I didn't know any better. But one day I was outside and I saw these mushrooms, like kind of near these trees that they had out in the schoolyard of my old middle school. And so I picked one up and I ate some of it. I threw it away, like I threw some of it down. And like I picked some more up and I just held them and I'm like, eat shrooms. I don't know why I did that. But all throughout the day, like later on that morning, a teacher of mine said, you could probably die. And I started feeling really, really freaking scared. Like, first of all, why the hell would a teacher say that to a student? I mean, I understand that could be true, but why would you say that to someone so young? In middle school? Like, I think it was in, like, 6th or 7th grade or something? Like, probably 7th? Oh wait, no, I was in 6th grade, because I remember that year I had a teacher named Mr. Holzberger. But, like, all throughout the day I didn't feel weird, and all of a sudden in 7th grade in Mr. Holzberger's class, I suddenly felt really weird in my stomach, and all of a sudden, like, I felt like I was gonna puke. And so I went over to the trash can, because I had that feeling. Sure enough, one time I touched poison ivy and rubbed it on my ass, and my ass puffed. You're Kim Kardashian. Second word. That's my job. Oh man. I don't have it. But
Who'd have thought I'd get to meet a president?
needless to say, I had a very unpleasant experience after puking a whole lot that day. And, like, I had to stay home the day after that.
I seen you ain't been on that laptop in the clubhouse yet. The one on the anonymity network? You know, I mean, hey, whatever. We all grown folks. But you are missing the trick is all. There's a whole world that opens up when the feds ain't peeping, you hear? On you. Peace out.
One time I beat myself in the school bathroom because I thought my pants were off and that day I got left. I forgot. Dude. That's sad. But yeah, I stayed home like the day after that. But like, you know, still, like, I understand that the teacher was just looking out for me and all that stuff, but really, they just up and said, well, what if you die? I'm gonna open a more diaper. Ew. Message. Oh. Like, it was a teacher of mine. I think her name was Miss Bully or something. And yes, I really am trying to remember the names. Middle school wasn't the most memorable thing on earth, like at all. I remember almost nothing from that, except for like a fight that I had on 2 separate occasions. One of them was just because I bumped into someone. Another time was whenever like someone was being an asshole to me and I was trying to make them shut up. Guessing you probably broke your leg or something. Oh yeah, and this really weird thing I did in lunch. Oh. It'd be barely, oh god. But I was gonna say, there's this really weird thing that I did at lunch. I don't know why I did this, but I had a fork and I had like some spinach, so I just flicked a little bit of the spinach on the ceiling. It stuck up there. It took them a year to heal. Sorry about laughing, it's just I was remembering that whole thing that I just said that happened. But yeah, that's all I remember. But that teacher, Miss Polly, outright said, "Brandon, for all we know, you could probably die after eating that mushroom." And like, all that day, I felt really, really freaking petrified with fear because I wasn't even sure if I was gonna live or not. If I didn't, then I wouldn't even be here streaming. Hell, I probably wouldn't have even made this channel. Not probably. I wouldn't, because I would be dead. Actually, I don't think I ever talked about, not the fight where that guy pissed me off, but it was, that fight I mentioned where I bumped into this one dude and he thought I was trying to pick a fight with him. Like, basically, like, what I usually do is I like looking down at my feet sometimes. My doctor says I'm having, oh crap. Hopefully we can get that checked out at some point. It'll probably cost a lot of money, but it's kind of worth it. I'm actually kind of concerned. Yeah, I think I'll talk about this. Basically what had happened was, the appointment is on January 2nd. It's not too far away. It's off until But, basically what had happened with this fight was, so like I said, sometimes nowadays, like, I do this sometimes, but not all the time. But sometimes I look down at I looked down at my feet, like to see on the ground, perhaps like to see if there's any change or anything. And like, there wasn't, but what I did was, like, I wasn't really paying attention because I was still looking down, and I bumped into this one dude whose name is Travis Sales. Yes, I remember this one. I'm drinking a lot of water because the kidney stone. Ugh. But after I bumped into him, he thought I was trying to mess with him. And I tried telling him that I wasn't trying to. Oh god. And so he started to get on to me. And I kept telling him, no, I'm not trying to mess with you, I'm just walking, and I bumped into you probably. And apparently he wasn't listening because, as you all know, bullies are all big dumb idiots, even though they are very insecure about their feelings and they probably have had a rough life and all that jazz. But, let's just say this dude wasn't even giving a shit, so he decided to start a fight. And so, you know, I had no choice. I had to, like, try to either back away or fight back if I needed to. I chose to back away because, like, you know, all throughout my life, I've really never felt like actually fighting anyone, like, in person. Mainly because of the fact that it's just not within me. Like, I only fight if I absolutely need to. Like, I'm just one of those people who wouldn't really resort to fighting or anything. Hey, Sneaky Squid. Yes, I think Zach. I think it's fine. By the way, thank you guys for stopping by my channel. But yeah, this morning not this morning, at the beginning of the stream. At the beginning of the stream, I decided to give a memoriam message to get behind the camera, talking about, you know, how much Angry Grandpa has meant to really, not all of YouTube, but just the people who knew both of the channels, you know, Get Behind the Camera and the Angry Grandpa Show. Yeah. An army of what he called youngins. And, you know, I will admit, and I know you, okay, Zachary and what was the other person? Sneaky Squid, sorry. I will admit, recently some of the videos that, you know, Get Behind the Camera has made, which were just like pranks and all that stuff, I did give criticism to those, but that was only because of the fact that I had a feeling that he was trying to hide something, and I wanted him to, you know, yeah. Well, really, the rage and the madness didn't really kill him, it was actually just an illness. But basically, for those who haven't heard, yes, he always will be. But like, the only reason why I gave them criticism, sometimes it was like minor, sometimes it was a little harsh at times, is because of the fact that I felt that their content was deviating from something that they really needed to address. But, I still do love that, I still love their channels, no matter what. But, earlier, yeah, a few hours ago, actually no, it was like 2 or 3 hours ago, I saw in the news that Angry Grandpa had sadly passed away. And then I saw an upload from Pickle Boy on Angry Grandpa show on that channel. And so, out of curiosity, I decided to watch it because I wanted to see what exactly, you know, happened, you know, how did he die? And as it turns out, he died due to late-stage cirrhosis. So, I have to say, it's quite saddening. Sorry, Carl. But, yeah, it's very saddening to hear this, because I really was a fan of their content, even if, like, the more recent videos, like the pranks and all that stuff, did deviate from something that I felt they should have addressed, you know, like, basically what I'm saying is they were doing all those prank videos, and it was because of the fact that they were trying to hide what was really going on. And I just felt that instead of doing all those prank videos, they really should have just addressed what was going on. But Pickle Boy did mention that Angry Grandpa was trying to hide it because Angry Grandpa felt as if he was feeling better and he was feeling well enough to, you know, maybe talk to people, or maybe talk to his viewers and see how they're doing and talk to them, you know. I've said that many times. But, you know, even still, this is deeply saddening. And I know I'm not really much of an emotional person, but I'd rather use the term I cry on the inside because really, I do. Like, the only times I've actually, like, cried, was, well, actually more recently, it was whenever I was thinking of Satoru Iwata from Nintendo. But, yeah. I mean, not wrong. One time I saw a dead bird over at an elementary school as a kid, and I started crying because I felt bad for it. Yeah, I miss that little guy. I don't know why, but I cried for that bird. I guess because of the fact that I've always liked birds. Like, as a kid, I used to just say, like, birds, and then give a little giggle, all those. Sometimes I claimed it was just me going, like, in a certain way. I don't know, it was just me being weird.
Look here, the president of the motorcycle club.
Watching Home Alone. Actually, they have that on DVD. Actually, I might get that at some point. Just not now, because I only have like $60 in cash. Yeah. By the way, to the people who stopped by just now, like MLG, Snipes, Zachary Ackley, and Sneaky Squid, thank you for stopping by. But,
Oh, man. That's better.
coming upstairs. Shut up! I like how right after Michael said, "Oh man," I just said, "Shut up." I don't know why, but that just perfect timing. When a video game has a character say something, and then you right after that say something that would sound like you're saying something to them. I don't know why, that just sounds. It's like, oh man, shut up. Ocelot Ardent. Broke the shelf. You know, actually, speaking of Home Alone, man, have I got a story for you? Now, this story is kind of emotional because, you know, this place really has a special. The place I'm about to talk about has a really special place in my heart. So as a kid, yes, I did pick the wrong train. You picked the wrong. Whoa! Well, but I was gonna say, I heard like some footsteps outside my shoes. I was gonna say, so when I was really, really little, like, okay, so I remember as a kid, I watched the movie Toy Story 2, like, in theaters. And it just so happens that this story has to do with the movie theater that I watched this in. Which, for those interested, it's just simply called Movies 8, or Cinemark Movies 8. And I really love this place. Like, it has a special place in my heart. And it is sort of emotional, but you're gonna see why. So, the first ever Toy Story movie I ever saw in a theater was actually Toy Story 2. And I believe that came out 1998 or 1999. Time I'm with. It's fine. My mom let me watch Nightmare on Sesame Street. She locked me in a room. I had nightmares. Yeah, I think it was like 1998 whenever the movie first came out. Let me look that up. Alright, yeah, here it is. Sure, too. Because I watched the show back then. No, it's 1999, so, like, whenever I saw the movie, like, it was cool. Let me fix it. That was fucked. That was fucked. But, like, that was the, first movie I ever saw in
You
the
calling
movie
for some
theater.
wheels? I'm Johnny on the spot.
Oh, I forgot
I'll
my
get there
phone
as
is
soon as I
out of my
can.
house.
I'll get back to it then.
Oh, wait, there's a permit.
It's hard to get time off at the moment. I'm DJing on
But,
Friday. Believe me, house music
yeah,
is
so
Hello!
my mama then took me to see movies at that same movie theater over the years, and it was pretty fun. I saw some pretty good movies like Inside Out, some Ice Age movies, some Disney movies, all that stuff. It was a grand old time, but sadly, as of last year, I think it was like January or something,
Let's not pussyfoot around. I know who you are. I know what you're into. We've put up a property on Maze Bank foreclosures, and you're just the kind of tenant we want taking it. You'll be starting an underground operation in more ways than one. Log on, click buy, and we're in business.
oh, cinema treasures, not Trevor's. Alright, I'm gay. No, I'm not gay, folks. I'm bisexual, but I'm more into women. No, really, it's true. Big Smoke. I'm good. I sound like a caveman. It's like, me gay. Alright, yeah, it was closed down December 15th, 2016. But, that movie theater, it was awesome. Picked the wrong car, fool. But, yeah, so you're probably wondering, well, what does Home Alone have to do with this movie theater? Well, it just so happens that the last ever movie that I ever saw at that movie theater was Home Alone. Because they were running classic movies for a limited time. And so my mama and I, like, we looked at movie showings over there, and we noticed that there was Home Alone on there. And, you know, it was near Christmas, so obviously. And so we decided that since the movie theater would be closing down fairly soon, why not watch that over there as a parting gift? So that's exactly what we did. And to this day, I still miss that movie theater. It was everything to me. It was my childhood, going into teen years and all that stuff. It was a great theater, but yeah. Oh my god. I think everybody hates that movie except for the kids who, for some reason, are insane enough to love it. For whatever reason. But, yeah. So, Star Fox even touch it. So I'm clever. Whoa! I'm clever world. Hey, Goody. Just did. Yes. And we're dead. Not dead. Jackass friend dates and naked Barbie doll. We all have that jackass friend that does that.
Hello, this is Morse Mutual Insurance. I'll do my best.
You need something, huh? One of your rides? Let me know.
Yes, I do need one of my rights.
I'll bring it by.
Me my Ara Karuma. Why? Because I can. That is weird. And no, I'm not being homophobic. That is weird how people can afford to, like, shit on women. Unless you mean, like, he disses them or something. Don't kill him. I mean, the way I see it, we're all God's children, even if we're gay. Or bisexual, or lesbian, or transgender, whatever. Take that, weak car. Yeah!
Hey, I seen you ain't been on that laptop in the clubhouse yet. The one on the anonymity network? You know, I mean, hey, whatever. We all grown folks. But you are missing the trick is all. There's a whole world that opens up when the feds ain't peeping, you hear? On you. Peace out.
Yes, sir, Mr. Milk. Otherwise known as Milk! My voice echoed.
It ain't the president.
I'm the president of the United States of... Who gives a shit? What? Oh, I get it. Multiple clients. I need some milk. Wait, hold on. Where's milk? Oh yeah, check this out. Look how expensive this is now. Paleto Forest. Paleto frickin' Forest. Oh my goodness.
Hi there, president.
I don't know. My GameStop got sued because it happened again. What happened again? Another dumpster kid died. Dumpster driver kid died. Well, I mean, it's not their fault that they died. It's the kid's fault. Really, them getting sued, that's because of, like, someone's idiotic tendencies. So it's not GameStop's fault. Like, anyone who, like, here's the way I see things like that. Anyone who makes a lawsuit towards a company, like, for example, we all know this one. We all know this one. Do you guys ever, okay, have you guys ever heard of that one woman who got a coffee from, no, not Walmart, McDonald's? Like, it was a really old woman, like in her 90s or something, or in her 80s. And so what had happened was, after she got her coffee, she decided to put the coffee in her lap, so that way she could put any creamer or something in her lap. Or, no, not in her lap, but in her coffee. You know, seems normal, right? Wrong. First problem here. You never, ever, ever, under any circumstances, put hot coffee, fresh hot coffee, mind you, between your legs. You're gonna find out why shortly. When she was doing this up to her coffee, you know, putting creamer and sugar in it, she accidentally spilled it and it hit her groin and her legs. And no, I'm not saying she was naked, it just burned through her clothes and burned her groin and her legs. There's kids near GameStop dumpster diving. Uh-oh. I'm gonna shoo them away before anything else happens. But, you know, like, that's the first little, red flag there, is that she put the coffee between her legs. And she was in her car, too. Oh, crap. You heard a loud bang. Dude. Yeah, stupid kids. Like, no wonder GameStop's getting sued, because apparently whoever parents those kids belong to, you know what I mean. Apparently they think it's GameStop's fault that their kids are dying. They think, oh, your dumpster just so happens to be dangerous and it fell over and killed our kids. It's not the dumpster's fault. Dumpsters don't have a mind of their own. The problem is people like that who just jump into dumpsters. I know some people are really careful, but like if they're acting really foolish and just floundering around in there like a stupid fish. I'm not saying fish are stupid, but like they're just like, whoa, it's gonna fall over, you know. But anyways, getting back to what I was saying about that story, like, first little red flag. The woman put the coffee between her legs, and after trying to put creamer and stuff into her coffee, it fell over into her legs, or into her lap, and it burned her legs. Mind you, this is an elderly woman. Very old. What do you think happens? Because, you know, elderly people, their skin isn't really as strong as us younger people, obviously, because, you know, their skin's starting to ale up a little bit. So, yeah, not so sensible putting coffee between your legs in order to put creamer and sugar in there. And so she, you know, she spilled it, obviously. The fifth kid came. Oh, so I guess they aren't like dead. But, yeah, So, not long after all that, guess who gets sued? McDonald's. Because the family of that woman, and I think the woman herself who actually pressed it. Oh. God, those kids are idiots. But I'm getting back to what I was saying. Apparently, the family that, had that old woman, I'm not trying to sound, insulting, I'm just saying she was old. They decided to sue McDonald's. And the lawsuit's like, oh, hey, guess what? Your coffee burnt our mom, or burnt our family member. And they even have pictures of what had happened. And granted, the pictures are very gruesome. I'm not going to, not say that, because it really is gruesome. But here's the first issue. For one thing, coffee's supposed to be hot. So them saying, your coffee burnt our family member, what were you expecting? Second of all, not smart to put any kind of heated beverage between your legs. And adding on to that, don't put it near your groin, even if you're a female, because it still burns like hell. So, yeah. Basically, this family files a lawsuit against that particular McDonald's, saying your coffee was too hot, it burnt our relative's legs, and here's photos saying that it injured her. Okay, here's several issues I see with this. First of all, yes, I do know that she was injured because of the burns. Like, third-degree burns, actually. But for one thing, she was elderly, so her skin is more susceptible to that since, again, it's not as strong as, younger people's skin. I'm not trying to say that as an insult, it's just fact. Oh, you told me, that's good. Another thing. Oh, they're not going to sue. That's good. But another thing. You're probably wondering, okay, well, how did this lawsuit play out? With all the evidence of the old woman, like the family's relative getting burnt from the drink, they ended up winning against McDonald's. But here's the scathing truth. For one thing, after this lawsuit, it was required that McDonald's coffee be, I think it was 20 degrees cooler than what it was originally going to be baked at. Oh, they're definitely gonna love that. But, no, sorry about that. Another thing. Who in the ever-living hell would think that putting hot coffee between your legs is classified as a good idea? And then finally, here's the last thing. Ready for it? They lost their Xbox. It's famine. The big thing I was gonna say is have to think of it before my brain goes numb. I already did. Alright, here it is. How did the family manage to win? First of all, this is a hot coffee that these people made, or that McDonald's made. Mind you, the temperature that they originally cooked that coffee at was the regular temperature. You know, like the normal temperature. And another thing, why the hell didn't the woman bother to read a label that said, warning, contents may be hot, or caution, beverage may be hot? They clearly put that on the cup, saying, caution, this beverage is hot, or will be hot, or something like that. And yet, this family has the audacity to sue McDonald's, and I'm pretty sure it's just the food chain, actually the full food chain, that, oh, your drink, it was too hot, it burned our relative. Are you seeing what I'm getting at? No, she wasn't blind. I mean, I don't know. She probably was, like, oblivious to that. But, like, seriously, why couldn't McDonald's have just said, you should have read the label and shown evidence that said, on our drink cups, we put something that says contents may be hot. And, like, that's the smart thing to do, because people understand that, hey, you know, this is a hot coffee, I might want to wait a while until I might mess with it, or something like that. But no! The family failed to recognize that McDonald's really did nothing wrong. Who was in the wrong? The old woman. Because for one thing, again, she apparently wasn't thinking right. Yeah, I think it was in 1992, actually. Hold on, let me look at it. Hot coffee lawsuit. Here it is. Lineback versus McDonald's restaurants. So it's not just one, it's the entire food chain, the restaurant chain. $79 years old, okay. But yeah, Lineback's attorneys argued that at 180 to 190 degrees Fahrenheit, McDonald's coffee was defective. Defective? It's hot coffee! It's supposed to be cooked at that temperature. Or used to be. Okay. Claiming it was too hot, obviously, because it's freaking hot coffee. You can't just do anything with it as soon as you get it. The whole point is to let it cool down. Oh. Yeah. Sorry about, like, mislabeling her age and stuff. It was just that I haven't talked about this whole thing in, like, so long. But yeah. Basically, guess what? Jury damages included $160,000 to cover medical expenses, and compensatory damages, and $2.7 million in punitive damages. The trial reduced the final verdict to $640,000, and the parties settled for a confidential. Yeah. Okay, here it is. Okay, so here it is. I'm gonna pause the game real quick. On February 27th, 1992, Stella Liebeck, I almost said Lineback, a 79-year-old woman from Albuquerque, New Mexico, ordered a 49-cent cup of coffee from the drive-thru window of a local McDonald's restaurant located at 5001 Gibson Boulevard Southwest. Liebeck was in the passenger seat of a 1989 Ford Probe. Great name there. Which did not have cup holders. Gee, Ford, if only you would have made cup holders, then none of this shit would have happened. Alright, anyways, Glenn and son parked the car so that Liebeck could, add cream and sugar to a coffee. Liebeck placed the coffee cup between her knees and pulled the far side of the lid to her to remove it. In the process, she spilled the entire cup of coffee on her lap. She was wearing cotton sweatpants, so they absorbed the coffee and held it against her skin, scalding her thighs, buttocks, and groin. Liebeck was taken to the hospital where it was determined that she had suffered third-degree burns. And yeah, you can guess what happened. Because of those burns and what had happened, yeah. But you know who should have gotten a lawsuit pressed against them? Ford. Because if they would have put cup holders in their frickin' car, none of this shit would have happened. And yes, I know that the coffee, whenever it was originally given to Liebeck, it should have been cooler. Okay, I'm kind of joking about that. Like, it's hot coffee, what do you expect? And granted, she's 79, but that's elderly, okay? Your skin starts to be frail at that age. Thanks to Andresia, I hope I pronounced that right. My Ford F-150 2015 truck has a cup holder. I bought it for home. That's a cool truck, actually. But, Andresia, thank you for stopping by this channel. But yeah, it really is sad what happened. Like, I know I had talked briefly about this for like 7 minutes at the beginning of my stream, but basically I talked about how sad it was, and I talked about my opinions and all that stuff, and I also mentioned that sort of recently I have provided a little bit of criticism against Pickle Boy's videos about pranks and all that stuff that he's pulled. But at the time I didn't know what was really going on, so I only did that because I was saying that I didn't really like how they were doing pranks all that much, and I wanted to see what was really going on. But really, like, yeah. Sorry. But again, thank you for stopping by my channel. Oh, wait, hold on. McDonald's did have a saying, like, the reason why the coffee was so hot. McDonald's claimed that the reason for serving such hot coffee in its drive-thru... Whoa! I apologize for being loud there, but what the... what the hell happened? Just sitting there reading an article, all of a sudden. Alright, anyways, in the drive-thru windows was that those who purchased the coffee typically were commuters who wanted to drive a distance with the coffee. The high initial temperature would keep the coffee hot during the trip. However, the company's own research showed that some customers intend to consume the coffee immediately while driving. Not so smart, actually. Yeah, I know, that was pretty funny. I was like reading this thing and all of a sudden, whoa! Oh shit, I forgot to check my phone. But, a loud whoa. Oh boy. I'm gonna go ahead and go back to my garage. That was hilarious. Oh my goodness. Whoa. I was just sitting there reading the thing and all of a sudden, whoa! I don't think I'll ever get over that. That's hilarious. Yep. Alright, I was gonna do that. I forgot. Oh, I did it! Huh. I didn't think, no, I didn't think Google would do that nowadays, but now it does. That was cool. Wait a minute, wait. Hold on, what? Did it actually? Wait. Carl, you're watching on a laptop, right? Or a phone or something? Or you're probably watching on a laptop, because it did it for you, probably. But, what? On monitor. Well then, oh, it only does it on like actual Google, not on YouTube. But still, I can't believe that happened. Like, I just got hit by a car randomly, and I'm just like, what the heck? Speaking of cars. This is what I think of my neighbor's car. Wow. In real life, I think my neighbor's car is pretty cool. I really do have like nice neighbors next to me. I don't know about my neighbors in the video game, because I don't know. Oh, right, there's Oh, you guys want to see the coolest thing in the world? I can uppercut cars! Oh shit! Oh my god! Oh my god! Get back in your truck. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Have a shit, have a train. Oh. All we had to do was follow the damn train, TJ. That's all I had to do. That was so freaking funny though. I just hit that truck into the... Like, I just hit that truck into that fence and all of a sudden it starts driving over to another fence. That was the most amusing thing I've ever seen in this game. Period. I'm going fast. This is what they get. This one is a new game. We'll be playing a new game soon. I just don't know what. Oh right, I said I was going to do Axiom Verge at some point, but I'll wait until it's like after Christmas because I don't want to spend huge amounts of money right now. So it'll be a kind of like Christmas present, I guess, but you know what I mean. I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick. Because I got a piece.
thought I'd get to meet a president.
There we go.
Till next time.
Okay. You're gonna collect this product for these people. The Aztecas got the stuff. Just pick it up and drop it off. Easy.
Playing dirty, are we? Well, guess what? I can play dirty too.
Cool. The client more than happy with you assholes. You all gonna get that beer money.
here. The president of the motorcycle club.
Yeah.
Hi there, president. What's your poison?
I would love a woman like that. And yes, this part's
There you
what
are.
using boobs. Shut up.
See ya.
See ya.
If it ain't the president.
working. I deserve myself a little rest. And tomorrow, do it all again. Well, that's it then. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. If you did, then please like, comment, and subscribe, as well as turn on notifications and let your friends know all about this channel. Anyways, I love you all very much, and I'll be sure to see you guys tomorrow for some more hard-earned cash in preparation for something big. You'll see what I mean. Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love y'all.